don't call pop, so they drop the knowledge on all the latest stops. From the comics and movies, games and TV shows. This is the place where the hype always grows. Come on, tune in to Popstars. Get ready for some interviews like no other. Pop's bringing the heat. They always love the reviews.
Greetings and salutations, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. This is crazy. And here we go. Let's do it. Let's talk dodgeball, guys. How's everybody been? I hope you guys are having a good week. Talk Hard Tuesday is here. Loki, my friend. What do you think, man? I think you kind of got a little Vince Vaughn look on there. I think it did pretty good, I thought.
I thought you were going to do an intro. I've got like a gummy thing going. So, yeah. I thought you were going to do an intro. He's like, oh, I'm going to do an intro because, yeah, at least make Loki laugh. And I'm like,
I don't have an intro, but I found something that hopefully will make him smile. So that was that's all I had. I didn't have time for an intro because I was working on other stuff that we were working on. So that took up my time. So I did not have time to redo an intro. And I got to be honest, Dodgeball didn't give me a whole lot to go on for an intro, other than like there's this commercial contest that they did back in the day where you could go and play dodgeball with them, which I thought was fascinatingly funny. But I wasn't really sure about copyright with that because it's like, it's like an original thing and it was like 4 minutes long. It wasn't like it was just 30 seconds. So I was like, I don't know that I have time to fiddle with that and then have it get kicked out and deal with all that nonsense. So instead, I just passed. And anyway, we found out right before the show, folks. Yeah, big notice. First off, didn't know we'd never seen this before. So we're all thrilled that we're going to be able to experience what this was like with Squeaka.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yes, this is a first time watching. It was a blast. I'm going to watch this movie again. I think I've said that about every movie so far, but I'm going to watch this one again.
Well, that means we're doing our job, Loki. We're doing our job. We're bringing happiness and joy to people.
Remember the 5 Ds of dodgeball. Dodge, dip, dive, and dodge.
He has so many things. It's the only time I can get away without getting in trouble, Squeaka, and using words like crotch staining, queer bait in the house. Like it's the only time I can say it, not in trouble. It's supposed to be like, what are you watching dodgeball, babe? Watching dodgeball. Yeah. So, but hopefully everybody's out there is doing well. Ironcaster, I mean, it could be possible to be a miracle and he'll come out of a hailstorm. He's been battling bugs. He's got wasps and stuff going on. So yeah, the stuff going out there. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I sent him this. I said, well, this is kind of what I envision when you tell me these stories. So is this pretty close? And he said, yeah, that's not too bad. So I don't know, guys. This is what Ironcaster could be doing right now. For all I know, he's
that's a bold move, Cotton.
Yes. We'll see how it goes. Yes, that's a menage a trois of pain there, Loki. Yes, indeed.
The flaming lawnmower gets me.
Yeah, it's the racing lawnmower thing. He just like out of the blue dropped that on me, and I'm like, wait, we've known each other for like a couple of years now. Loki had never come up before, right?
No, I had no idea. So he said tractor. Yeah, those aren't tractors. He's like literally like souping up lawnmowers. Apparently, there's an entire division. So I don't know if anybody did their homework after last week, but apparently there's an entire division of racing dedicated to lawnmower races. And they even do like lawnmower demolition derby races. Yes, I know what it sounds like, but they really do it.
The photo that he sent?
What was that?
You think he'd be mad if we showed the photo that he sent?
I don't think so.
It's pretty safe. I don't think it's anything. Yeah, he's got these like, it's just like souped up on these little 4-wheelers and stuff. And yeah, it's crazy. It's like, wait, that doesn't really mow anymore. It's just like got little racing tires on it and stuff. So I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah. So anyway, with that said, we're going to talk about dodgeball. Yeah, how you guys doing in chat? Snorty's here. Snorty, how you doing? Good to see you. From the Great White North, the man holding things down, the wrench of wrenches. We can dodge a wrench, but you can't dodge Chris Persia. The hail to the tetrarchy of talking hard, and our special guest, Joker. Well, Joker wasn't able to be here. Something came up with work at the last minute. So it's a shame, but he's in our thoughts and our prayers, and loves the dodgeball. So let's see, Pat S. Pat's. I don't know if there's a difference in the force right now, but there's certainly one in the Atlantic. All right. Let's see. I catch everybody. Soul Assassin. So many great quotes. I know this is like I wish there was a way we had the squeaker cam and we could have seen the squeaker cam, because it would have been so good to see the smiles and the happiness and the little mouse's face. It's the best. We'll see.
Well, like I said, I needed it after watching, because I watched Training Day and this back to back, and I hadn't seen Training Day, and that's why I was so sad I missed last week. But I was happy, angry, sad. I mean, there was a few times, I'm sorry, Loki, but I cursed you out. I mean,
why? What did I do?
Loki, you didn't tell me about this part. I got pause.
No, we don't tell you anything. We're going up with a visceral reaction. So yeah.
And then it rolled right from that into Dodgeball. It was I needed a breather. I think I drank like a little bit of whiskey that night.
Wow. The Talk Hard double feature this Sunday. That's right. They'll be watching Training Day with Oscar award-winning Denzel Washington, followed up by comedic laughs and hijinks from Vince Vaughn and Ben Stiller with Dodgeball. That's right. Squeaker's reaction this Tuesday on Talk Hard. Slasher Fred is in the house. That's what makes sports movies so amazing. They have characters who start out at being someone at being little good, and then through the training, they start to improve. Yeah, it's good. I mean, Slasher Fred, you're hitting the nail on the head of something that we're going to get to, but Loki, we've spent over 2 years now talking about this. How can a movie like Dodgeball have more story arcs than multi-million-dollar films and TV shows? There are story arcs in Dodgeball, and there are not story arcs in major motion pictures and TV series these days. That's how messed up things are, man.
That's how screwed up things are. No one makes me bleed my own blood.
Alice for love. That one.
I actually had to remember because the subtitles say it wrong. So this is gonna be Pop's cursing. It's what you get when you watch Dodgeball. So the subtitles say a poop flavored lollipop. That is not what Rip Torn says. It's a cock flavored lollipop. And I paused and rewound it and went, huh. Way to go, subtitles. You dropped the ball right there. All right. So yeah.
There was several times I had to stop and re-listen to a part because I was like, did they really say that? Oh my God. Like, I forgot how old this movie was. So I was like, there's no way that was allowed. And I'm like, oh wait, that's right.
Yep. So about every, at least every couple months, we try to find comedies or movies that are just so wildly inappropriate that people would just need to go back. You just need to go back. That's all there is to it. Like you have to keep these movies alive. I would rather go back and redo a movie we've already done to make sure we keep them alive, because we've lost a sense of humor. We can't, like you said, we can't say some of these things, right?
No, we can't. We absolutely cannot. You absolutely would get canceled for. And what's funny is Vince Vaughn, just a couple weeks ago, I was talking about this on my morning show. Vince Vaughn came out and said, you cannot make comedies anymore. You cannot tell jokes. You cannot just go out and do something and have it be fun. It's got to be corporate. It's got to be corporate approved. And you can't make comedies like that. And he nailed it exactly on the head. You cannot make corporate approved comedies because they just don't work.
Agreed. DJ Ronnie G is in the house. Good afternoon, my friend. Good to see you. It's IRONCASTER. Yeah, no, he's not playing farmer. He was on Wasp Detail for a while, and now he's in the middle of a nasty, nasty rain and hailstorm. So lost his power. Maybe it'll happen. He'll just show up. Who knows? So, let's see. All right. Live in this city like a fancy lad. Indeed. Training Day is not as funny. No, that sounds like a quote from Cotton. That sounds like a Cotton quote right there. This is one of those movies that Ben Stiller and Christine Taylor were in. Yeah, they partnered up a couple times. Jana Banana's in the house. Wow, lady. Great to have you. Wish you could be with us. She's got to let me know when she's available, and she would be welcome any day.
Oh, I love me some Jana.
Yes.
Oh my.
Vince Vaughn's on top of the world most 2000. I still love Vince Vaughn movies. He really does get an underrated ranking as a performer because he has that fearless straight man in comedy affect that doesn't get credit. Like, it's just sort of kind of falls under the radar screen because he doesn't do like a lot of physical comedies, and he's dabbled with some extreme dramas. It's just not his thing. So I have a thing for Ben Stiller. Well, I don't know. I don't know about that. We'll see. There have been Stiller movies I like. Not all of them, but yeah, some. Let's see. I may have missed some folks. Vince is a stick in the mud. No, Vince is not a stick in the mud.
I love all the cast for this movie. Like I mean, can't say that I know actors that well, and I've watched a whole lot of movies per se, but I just felt like everybody fit. Like after I watched it, like that, all of the people were perfect for their little spots. I just thought it was really cute.
Yeah, I think the casting for this movie doesn't get the credit it deserves.
I forgot about that picture.
He loves doing. Ben Stiller loves doing stuff like this. He absolutely loves it. It's like this is the crazy over the top nonsense that he loves to do.
Yeah, this is a great sort of like feather in his cap, and I know there were talks of doing a sequel at one point, and I really just hope they just leave it and just do another version. Just do something else. So, Stephen Root, again, fearless, crazy performer. Obviously, at some point we will have Office Space on Talk Hard. I don't even know. We might have to plan a special Talk Hard for Office Space because I don't know we can do an hour and a half. So we may have to do a little bit, take a break and come back, or we'll have to do a special night and time or something. Office Space deserves like bonus time because, dear Lord, what an incredibly insane movie. Wow. Yeah.
I'll have to add that to my watch list.
Oh, wait till we get to it then. Wait till we get there. We'll get there.
Okay.
Oh, you haven't seen wait.
I know.
You haven't seen Office Space?
Wait. I've seen pieces of it, of course, but not the whole thing, no.
Oh my. All right.
Becky, look at that movie.
Yeah. So, he's fantastic, obviously. There's my gosh, the girl.
The little girls. I had to pause right there because I was not expecting that, especially the ruling that they had after the fact.
Yeah. The beaver tranquilizers is just like, what on earth is going on? And let's see. This is tricky because I got to figure out how to keep the sound off and then let it go and then them celebrate, and then they're so mad at her because she's on beaver tranquilizers. It's crazy, isn't it? I just because you're at this point where you're like, how on earth they don't get beat by the Girl Scouts. They got destroyed by the Girl Scouts. They didn't last 10 minutes. They have no idea what they're doing. They're humiliated by the Girl Scouts, and they come up with this crazy reason. Would have loved to be in the room, Loki, to see that writing decision. Who came up with that idea? I don't know who gets credit.
I thought it was going to take a turn. I thought they were really going to lose, and that we were going to build onto like a different storyline where they did these other things and eventually qualified. But then it did this, and I was like, wait.
Yeah. They had free reign to do whatever they wanted to. So for anybody who doesn't know, this is the way it used to work. We're going to do a comedy. Okay, how much do you think it's going to cost to do your comedy? Probably costs like $5 million to make our comedy. Okay, here is your money. Go make your movie. And the studios were out at that point. They were just like, here's your money. Go make your movie. Make sure you don't go over budget. If you go over budget, we're going to whip some ass. So here you go. And they go off and they make their movie. And that's all there was. Now you literally have all these corporations overlording you of what you can say, what you can do, what you can make fun of. Oh, we don't like that joke, so we're going to rewrite it for you. They just gave them the money and let them do what they wanted. And that's how you make a comedy. Give the funny people the money and let them just go and make a comedy. And let them run the roads and have fun. Because if they're laughing, we're laughing.
Well, that explains why it never felt forced. Like there's like some of the newer movies and comedy, like I always feel like they're trying to make you laugh. Like, applause, please. Like it never felt forced. I would catch myself like giggling at something or laughing at something or having to pause because my cheeks were hurting. Like
So I think this is a passion project too for this guy. I never looked at the director for this. Rawson Marshall Thurber. This is his first movie that he wrote and directed. So he somehow got it to Ben Stiller, who produced it, and probably said, "We need this amount of money." They got $20 million, and they 8x'd it. That's crazy. Holy cow! Never knew that part.
Yeah.
And there was a bunch of cameos too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Those are favors. Those are party favors from Vince Vaughn and Ben Stiller, people that they know. That's how they get. That's how you get that in there. So that's the kind of stuff that people don't understand how it is. It's like they get paid, whatever the minimum is, but they get to say they're in this movie. So you get Lance Armstrong, you get so and so. Hey, call your wife. They know so and so's wife, and that's how they get these things to work out.
Norris, whoever.
Yeah, get David Hasselhoff and stuff like that. Soul Assassin didn't know that was Stephen Root. Yeah, Stephen Root's been in a ton of stuff, and he is amazing in things. I love him as trying to play like this serious guy in like Pushing Daisies and just a lot of fun stuff out there for sure. So I didn't see where there he is. Here he is. Comic Book Crusaders here. Hey, Raid. All right, cool, man. Great to have you, brother.
He will always be Stapler. Anytime I see him, anytime I ever see him in any movie, I can't help it. Stapler.
Do you have a red Stapler?
Is that his name in office? Like, was his name Stapler in office?
No, they're always...
Wait! I think I've seen this part. This is the red one. The guy with
the red Stapler right here. This guy Milton.
Yeah.
Okay, I know that part. I mean, like, I haven't seen the whole. Like I said, I haven't seen the whole movie, but I have seen memes about the red Stapler.
Yeah, it's an ongoing thing because they stole his dang stapler. So they have his stapler, and he doesn't know that he's been fired, and he's like living in a closet, and it's like a whole movie thing about the stapler because he's like, "Have you seen my stapler? Someone took my stapler. It's my bad. I can't find a stapler. I need my stapler."
Look at that 10 key. Get it, boy.
So Milton's like so the joke when I said where I working, because I'm a big fan of being left alone. Just leave me alone, I'll do my work kind of guy. Like, believe it or not, that's how I am in real life. Like, so I can nerd when I want to do my nerd stuff, I want to do my nerd stuff, but like the day job stuff pays the bill. I just want to be left alone. So I joked for years, can I just get like a little closet and just stick me in there with my little red stapler, just slide the work in the slot, and I'll just make it go away every day. So believe it or not, I think it was my 10th anniversary there, or maybe it's my 5th anniversary. Anyway, they bought me a red stapler. So I have a nice red stapler. It's a heavy one too. So I will have to bring that for our office space stream so everybody can see my red stapler. It's actually at my desk. I actually still have it. So yeah.
It's 80s porn stash.
It's insane. These guys. And look at the stuff on the desk. Oh, so good. So good. So yeah, we will earmark figure out when. What are the odds? Who wants to take a bet? And when you guys in chat take the bets, 1's for yes, 2 for no's. Ironcaster has seen Office Space. 1 for yes, 2 for no's. I'm going to say he has.
Yeah. I would think he has.
I would think by now he has.
I don't want to be alone in my unwatched corner, so I kind of want to vote no, he hasn't.
We got to find someone who hasn't. We have to find someone else to be with Squeaka. That is,
But he probably has.
Yeah.
Hey, I wish I could go back and watch it without ever seeing it. I do. I wish it was my first time watching it. There's a bunch of movies I wish I could go back and watch it for the first time again. That's
part of the love of doing a show like this, right? Is to be able to have those moments where you can kind of live vicariously through Squeaka. Justin Long had to just steal your heart, right? The sweet kid that gets sucked up in the middle of all this and just...
Yes.
Yeah, he's the best.
And he liked the cheerleaders. Oh, that one cheerleader skit, though. I was like, oh.
Oh, when the fat girl lands on him?
Yes. Oh.
That's early in the movie. I got to find it. I don't know where it is. So,
yeah, Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, it's cool.
I just don't know where it is in the movie. It's pretty early on, but I knew a kid that wanted to do that back because we didn't really have male cheerleaders. Like we were in that transitional age where we didn't have them, but some schools did. And I remember the first kid that wanted to do it. And it was like that same kind of thing. It's like, wasn't a big girl like that because we didn't have big girls that big, but there was a couple bigger girls and they did that to him too. They set him up to be like crushed. And it was like, okay.
No.
Absolute horrifying scene. And then she says the whole thing about not wearing drawers, and you're like, oh dear Lord.
I had the opposite happen when I played for the football team. I got dogpiled by the entire football team. It was kind of the opposite situation.
Was that in junior high or high school?
For me, I was in high school.
Oh. Wow. I know we had a B team, a chick on the B team, big Mexican chick on the B team in junior high, but they didn't let them play in high school.
No, I got to play my first year, but they made me stop playing when we made it to district and we were about to go to semifinals because they didn't want to mess up us having potential and further down the road. They're like, well, we don't know. And I wore like my helmet. I just went by my last name. Like, yeah, I was allowed to play like just our district's games. But once we made it to the semifinals, they were like, no. But I was 5'2", 130 pounds soaking wet. But I could throw with both arms, so that's why I got to play.
Ooh, Jana just laid claim in chat. She's like, "Wata, get away, Burr." Ooh, it's getting hot.
Is it
I do. I mean, I have to say, I'm Jana's. Like,
sit next to Squeaka.
I'm Jana's.
Wow. Yeah, lots of love for this week. Yeah, of course.
You got people fighting over you now, girl.
Yeah, you're in the right.
Jana would always win. Jana, she's a rough and tumble. She'll take him down.
And I love the subtlety of just even like the wife, the loser joke, like, hey babe, this, like, even this lady,
Alice for love.
and it's just this random lady, and you're like, wait, I don't like, but that's so cool though. I wish more movies like gave like a memorable character, right? I don't know. It's the kind of thing, Loki, we would do like, Talk Hard Valhalla Con, right? And we can't get real guests because we have no money. So we would just like invite these like pseudo characters and just show up, and people would actually come. Yeah, I want a photo of this freaking loser lady with her thing signed. Because the lady would be like, it's cool, man. I'll hang out with you for a weekend, talk hard, talk about cool stuff. Sure. Yeah, we'd find people like that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But I even love the comedy of the costumes here, like the way that like everybody is portrayed, and they go over the top. It's not just so generic. Like, look at how fancy she is, and yet the kids look like that. You know what I mean? Like, they've got their little glasses on, and the hair's like that. But she's all fancy, got her nails done, all the gold and the pink windsuit. I don't miss windsuits at all.
I would say she's like very Karen, but she's not. She's not a white chick, so.
Yeah, she's like, I just feel like she's so fancy. Like, there's even like this weird comedy of like, this is his wife. Wait, what?
Yeah, because it's mail order bride type stuff, right? She didn't want. She got here, got to be in America, and now she's just married to a complete loser in her eyes because he's just a complete wimp and loser. And again, story arc, because by the end of the movie, dude is not. The dude is not. He is completely like gone boss, like complete insane. So yeah, it's again, story arcs in a freaking dodgeball movie that we can't get in other movies. It's still, to me this day, one of those things that just, by the time we get to the end of the movie, these people are completely different characters, and that's amazing.
And so, Steve the Pirate,
yeah,
Steve the Pirate.
Look at Milton. He's getting all fired up, man. Because David Hasselhoff is like scooping in on his woman. Like David Hasselhoff, man. They got freaking David Hasselhoff to do the Germany gag in
such the hots for him. I was like, oh, Dave, my man.
We need to keep a ledger. Yeah, I think everybody. Like, he was in the SpongeBob movie too, so I mean, he's got a long resume of trying to find people. So
no, this is the perfect. Go ahead.
No, just go for it, because it's the perfect one.
I was just gonna say, this is the perfect example of like early 2000s. Anybody remembers what a hot wife is? If you've ever heard the term hot wife, this is the early 2000s hot wife. This is the chick that was like going around the neighborhood. Yeah. So.
Yeah. I was going to say, yeah. Thanks, Slasher Fred. Loki, we have to keep our list of long things and add Kit to our AI references. How long till we have a Kit car?
I love Kit. Oh.
Welcome to the night 2000, Michael.
Yes. Okay, so we did a little Steve the Pirate. Let's see how we find a good Steve the Pirate moment. Steve the Pirate's best. I don't know. Steve Pirate's just one of those, you love Steve the Pirate, but you don't really know exactly how to cheer for Steve the Pirate. You know what I mean? He's just a great character. It's just and what in their right
that's how you
mind?
say his last name, Tudyk. He's great.
I think it's just Tudyk.
Tudyk?
Isn't it just Alan Tudyk?
Tudyk.
Tudyk, not two. Yeah, it's just
Tudykis.
No.
Tudyk.
He was a K2SO guy. He did the robot in that movie, and he's got a ton of little character roles and voiceover roles, things like that. But
he played Wash in Firefly. That's where I first saw him at, was playing Wash in Firefly.
So okay, so as you're watching a movie like this, Squeaka, you have to think to yourself, like, what is the deal? They got a pirate guy. Like, I mean, what is you know? I just wanted to know what's in Squeaka's brain. Like, what is the Talk Art people got me watching?
Yes, especially like I said, this was very ill-timed coming off of training day. I was already like, what did I just do? But all of them, as they were introduced and the things they did, and then out of nowhere, he like throws a knife at him, and then he's talking like a pirate, and I'm like, oh, okay. But at that point in the movie, it's like, what else could there be? Of course there's a pirate. There's a pirate at this gym. I mean, this is average Joe's. Who doesn't have a pirate?
Well, who's Steve the pirate? It's the only guy in our team that dresses like a pirate. Wait, there's a guy in our team who dresses like a pirate?
Yes.
I just and again, that's Owen. That's this character who, like, the complete lovable loser. He's so bad. He's just, and then he ends up falling for the crazy Russian. I don't even know how to say her name. I gotta look it up because I can't say it proper. I gotta make sure.
She's like a cutie though in real life.
Missy Pyle? Oh yeah, Missy Pyle's got a ton of these kind of crazy roles. She's like Josie and the Pussycats, right? Josie and the Pussycats.
There's a movie? I thought that was a cartoon.
There is a movie.
There's a movie.
There's a movie.
Pussycats.
Josie and the Pussycats.
Not a very good movie, but it was out there. Galaxy Quest. We just did Galaxy Quest. She was the one that was.
Yeah, I remember her from Galaxy Quest.
Yeah.
She's the one who goes after what's his name, the engineer, and he's like, oh no, my, and the like tentacle wraps around his face, and he's like, oh.
Right. Let's see if I can say this. This is Fran Stalinovskovich David Davishki. Okay, she's from Romanovia, the global gym team. That's great. Missy Pyle. Oh my gosh.
But I feel like the whole movie was like that. You would get kind of comfortable, just a teeny comfortable with some of the things going on, and then something brand new would happen. Like she would be introduced, or the Girl Scouts came up, and like it was nonstop with okay, I can see where this is going. Oh, didn't see that coming. Oh, no, didn't see. Oh, wow. Now we're like when the uniforms got switched, it's like, oh.
Yeah, this movie never ever stopped, right? And then he's introducing the team, and it's like Blade, Slade. Yeah, just. Oh yeah, you're right. Laser, Blazer. Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah. I just wish I had the camera that I could get the look on Squeaka's face. Let's see. I missed a ton of people in chat. Sorry about that, folks. Let's see.
Well, you know what? Do a private deal where you invite your members to watch the movie with everybody and do it live. Do the reaction live.
We could do that for a special one for sure.
I don't know. I can't tell everybody Squeaka going to be on camera because that's not my decision. I'm just saying.
No, but she'd be hanging out with us, and we'd be cutting up and cracking some jokes and having some fun like that. We should do that once. We could figure out a way to do that.
Be careful with that movie. I mean, I might say things like, Loki, you didn't tell me about this part, Loki.
Oh yeah, it would be like that. We wouldn't want to tell you. Like that would be the kind of thing that's kind of the fun of this too, is that we really want you to know it's a good movie. You're gonna have a good time. We promise we're not gonna or we're gonna preface it, and then got to go from there. So yeah, I don't think we've let you down yet. So I think we're in good shape. So.
Oh no, these are hilarious.
I know this movie has so many great lines. So Squeaka, when Rip Torn comes on and he's literally throwing wrenches at the guys, he's having the other guy run in traffic, he's just pelting Justin Long it's a boss, man, taking it to the face.
And the balls.
Here's my line. Here's my line.
I was like, can I use that in everyday vernacular? Because I'm gonna. I have some coworkers.
Well, Rip Torn uses words like queerbait and crotch stain, and just it's insane what is in this movie. Yeah, and this is the regular version, not even like the they call it the unrated version, or they have a different term for it. Yeah, okay,
it's an unrated version. Yeah,
so it's a little more raunchier, but it's not anything radically. So
I like it when he disses. Oh, who was it that somebody said something about the men and the boys and the feminine from the Canadian or something like that. It's like, oh, those Canadians.
And we have to give some love to let's see, this is the pizza, Michelle. This is Michelle. And he walks in on him having his time with his pizza, which you're like, what is the pizza?
Well, or the donut scene where he shocks himself.
He's got the cables on his nipples. Yeah.
You know, it's weird because this isn't the only movie he's like this in. So there's there's like a summer camp movie where he's like that. I used to be as big as you boys. And it's Ben Stiller again. It's the same thing where he's beating himself up and he's mentally like tortured himself so he could get thinner.
Is that the Heavyweights?
Heavyweights, yes, that's what it's called. Heavyweights. Thank you, Pops. Yes.
Yeah.
Same character. It's the exact same character.
Does he play it? Like, is this guy that's in the movie?
Well, it's not the same guy, but it's the same actor.
It's a similar angle for sure.
Oh, I'll have to add that to the list then.
Oh, Heavyweights is a really funny movie.
That would be a fun one to do for next year because it's the 30th anniversary next year. So that'd be kind of fun.
Oh God, I can't believe it's 30th anniversary.
It's 95, right? 95? Yeah, 95.
Okay.
Yeah, I looked it up, make sure I got the right movie and stuff. I did. So I got to stay ahead of you people in chat because you will definitely fact check me. So yeah, pizza down the pants. Padawannabe, I don't know if that's a confession or not, but I'm going to take it. So let's see. Let's back up. See, did I miss anything else here, guys? We have to, Chris. How do we give Chris access so he could star things we should share? That's what we need to do. We got to figure that out next level, Chris. So because
you add him to your management, like you did me, and he would have to sit in the back and star stuff.
Okay. All right. Chris is probably like, no thanks. I'm good. I'm out here with the wrenches, and Pat and I are throwing wrenches around and stuff. So, but I think it's this. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was going
to say this just lends itself to what you were saying earlier, Squeaker, where it's just like anytime there's a moment, there's something else that just comes along behind it that's just completely insane. And of course, once you get to the actual game and you get introduced now to the new announcers, well, first off, they're in the costume, so you actually back up to the costume. The average Joes.
You must be daddy.
I'm like, yeah, I don't even know.
She's looking good.
I feel like the outfits were so appropriate too. Like
when they put Owen in this, he's got like the bit, and yeah, it's crazy. But you get crazy into this the announcers in the game, and just it's like you said, they don't spend too much time before they give you something completely
rather submissive. Wow.
Well, and like I said, and Vince Vaughn got he's got the daddy collar, like he's got the boss, the Dom's collar, so it's like he's all in charge. So I feel like the outfits they picked were even appropriate, and like it was funny, appropriate.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. There's a good shot of Cotton. It's crazy. Jason Bateman, man, it's just they play so well off each other, and it's just.
I hadn't seen him in much until I had seen him in this. It was like he was gone for a while. He just wasn't in anything. He used to be in a bunch of stuff when he was younger, and then he just disappeared. He came back and did this, and kind of re-jump started him, I guess.
It's a shame that Gary Cole didn't get the same bump as Cotton. Like Pepper and Cotton should come back. Like it seems like it's a thing like this. So I mean, I'm not a huge fan of like sequels and doing that kind of things. I think it can't hold up. But getting Pepper and Cotton as another sports thing or something, could you imagine? I mean, it's a missed opportunity, Adam Sandler, that you didn't pull this off for like the Grown Ups movie or something. Like it just seems like it's a, bring in Pepper and Cotton to, yeah, that's freaking gold. That's freaking gold.
I wonder if the people in the audience were told about this ahead of time, or they were just like, you're going to sit in the stands and watch a dodgeball game, and then they come in and it's this.
I wonder what people did know. That's a good question, because there's a lot of extras in these shots. Obviously, they used to. Okay, I wanted to point out too. Oh, well, crap! I hit the wrong. Yeah, the Hoffman. We had a Hasselhoff for a second there. I was going to point out they even have like the pink bikini clad, like solid gold type dancers dancing the whole time. This movie is insane. Yeah, so good. So good. And then really just brilliance. Just this guy's just got some pictures in my room. What do you say? Yeah.
And the facial expressions he gives. Oh, I loved him.
Yeah, just
suit yourself. Yeah.
Wow. And then they're up for another. And these names, I know there's not. It's kind of hard to always pause and catch them all. I'm sure there's a board somewhere. Somebody's off the internet has plugged them all in for us. Some of the names of the teams are hysterical. There are so many other names. So we only got a small slice of how insane that part of it was.
You know what it's very obvious what they're doing right there.
Yes.
Yes. Oh yeah. There's a cheerleader in this. And then again, they can't leave it alone. They have to come up with like a really good gag. So like the revenge is, the black dude is like, hey man, maybe he'll go on the roller coaster and he'll fall off, break every bone in his body. So later when they tell him, we need you. He fell off the roller coaster and broke every bone in his body. Amber and Derek are just like, this is great. So it's a little subtlety. I mean, I can't tell you how many times, Squeaka, you'll catch me complaining that they'll set something up in a movie and they never go back to it. Why do we do certain things? They never go back to it. Dodgeball went back to the line in the gag from the black dude talking about Derek, the white boyfriend that doesn't even matter in this movie. It's insane. So good. So good.
Yeah, but they don't over set it up either. They don't tell you that something's going to happen. Like here, when I got to this point, I didn't really think that he might step in or something was going to happen. I just thought it was meant to be like a reminder to this guy, like, oh, like, look how you failed. They're following you even here, you know. And I was like, is this going to turn into some problem with him, not being able to face his failures or him running or something? And it turned into something completely different. I was like, oh, dude fell off the roller coaster. Okay.
And just never, like you said, just never stops, right? They just continue to find another gag, another moment, another opportunity to do something. Again, this line was completely nuts. Just nuts. All right. This is just feathered and lethal. You don't see it nowadays. We have to give Pepper and Cotton a little time.
Globo Jim says, domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Domo arigato.
I did get that song stuck in my head from that. Now it's there again. Thanks for
that was exactly where I was going with that. Exactly. I said, I can't stand the fact that I watched Dodgeball and I have that little line, and then I'm like, oh crap, and I got that stupid song stuck in my head for a minute. So, wait, Checked and Heavyweights are Disney. Is it Disney movie? Oh, I don't know. Whatever. We're not going to watch it through Disney, so that's Thanks, Chi. Keep us posted. We're going to probably throw that on the 2025 list, or at least throw it up there for a discussion for sure. Heavyweights wouldn't be a good kind of a nice comedic interlude in between the training day type films of 2025. So, all right. So anything else in the first, portion of the movie? We've gone through pretty much everything. I don't think we left anything like really on. I mean, just the Global Gym stuff is completely crazy. And I will admit, it is fun to see how he plays this up with knowing that this is his wife in real life, right? So I don't know. That seems like a weird thing that you don't get to leave at work. they're just, this is so insane. If that makes sense.
Oh, they're
Pretty
married.
little bone structure.
Yeah, in real life, they're married. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
A lot of subtext in this movie now, isn't there?
Wow. Oh,
I know.
wow. Wow. I'm glad I didn't know that ahead of time. Wow.
I know. It's like it's like a layer of subtext that once you see it, you're like, oh man, this movie, because she's always throwing up in her mouth, right? That's the ongoing gag, and it's just like it's in real life.
Oh, no, that makes it even funnier.
I know. Yeah. So we didn't touch on that. Oh, the video. Oh my gosh, we have to go back to the video. We have to go back to Patches because this is the best. So I can't wait to get the fellas together. And it's like Patches O'Houlihan. And he explains all the things to us. And it's like, pick up on the stronger kids in your team. You can gang up on the weaker ones, like Winston here. Bam, right in the face. It's just so good.
Brilliant.
I've played dodgeball where I got hit in the face so hard it broke my glasses. That hurts.
I got to do actually one of the few actual fights in school that I ever got into was over a dodgeball game because I hit a kid and he fell down. He was embarrassed because he was bigger than older than me, so he hit me in the face with the ball on purpose. So in the middle of the class, I'm like, well, there's no way I can actually fight this kid. He's way bigger and older than me. So I just cheated. I got him when he was in the class in his seat. You know how those metal desks were back then? It's hard to get in and out of those desks, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was kind of trapped in the desk. So I just jumped on top of him and just started wailing. Yeah. That was all I got. That's all I got. So I had to do something. I know what to do. I had to try to get some sort of honor back, not be humiliated. So there's Patches O'Houlihan. Yep. Take care of your balls and take care of you. I don't think I could get away with getting that on a shirt, but if they're on coasters, it seems like the kind of thing you could get on coasters or I don't know what I could get away with. But let's see.
I need that on a shirt. I'm going to wear it on a shirt for me.
Okay. Classic sports movies, Bad News Bears. That's a fun old school movie for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen that one either. I'll put it on my list.
That's old school, especially the old one, the original one. Yeah, for sure. Marsha Brady. I know she was a Marsha Brady in the movie version for sure. Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good stuff. Princess Leia Rose is here. Let's see. All right, got most of the things they're caught up. So, this movie is so full of so many things that just never stop. And I love the fact that they did such a great job of giving you just a moment to laugh when you see this in a theater. There's that moment of, Troop 417. You're like, we're playing Boy Scouts? No. And you see them and you're like, holy crap, they're playing freaking Girl Scout. When the theater the first time, I think I peed a little, man. It's so freaking great. Catches you off.
I say that all the time.
Just,
I think I pee a little.
Yeah.
I say that all the time. But even then, it gives you this and it's funny and you're like, oh, I should have seen that coming. But you don't see the end result. And then there's something else funny that replaces it. I thought, okay, it's a Girl Scout troop. Of course they're going to win by defeating this Girl Scout troop, right? Because they're girls or whatever, and they're going to get made fun of because they just beat a bunch of girls. No, the girls beat them. And that's the thing. Oh, maybe there's going to be a side story where they find an alternate way into this, a side tournament or something. But no, then the girls get disqualified. So it's always something kind of unexpected that kept happening. And it was funny every time.
And I will say this, and Loki, you can speak to this as well, is this movie is at the ultimate scale of rewatchability for us. Like, this is a movie that is unfairly reviewed by me. I can't give you an honest, fair score because to me, this is a perfect 10 for rewatchability. Mrs. Pops will rewatch this with me, guys. I can rewatch this movie probably every 3 months and she'd watch it again. Like, I literally can watch this movie like an infinite number of times. There's never we just watched that, which is my least favorite responses of her not wanting to watch something. So Dodgeball it's just insane. It doesn't get old. And I don't even know how to get my head around explaining to you why. And other than there's just such a litany of great jokes and gags. And like you said, Squeaky, you think you know, but you don't know. I don't know. Loki, where are you at on the rewatchability of something like this?
Well, Cotton, I absolutely agree with you. No, this is one of those movies that used to be on cable like regularly. It was on cable all the time. So you'd catch it on like Showtime or HBO or Cinemax or Skinemax or whatever. And you as soon as you saw it, oh, dodgeball, leave it here. And you could watch it. You could watch it anytime. So yeah, this is one of those rewatchable movies that you could sit down. I don't know if I'd watch it every day or every week, but definitely every couple of months you could put this on and be like, ha, dodgeball. You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, Slasher Fred's trolling me. Not Balls of Fury. It's called Blaze of Glory. Good call, though. I see what you did there.
Balls of Fury is a movie.
Yeah, no, I meant that, but it's not the Young Gun song. He's trolling me because I probably have commented how much I like Bon Jovi and been called out on my liking Bon Jovi stuff. And it's probably one of my, as my wife would probably tell you, it's probably one of my gayer attributes is my liking of Bon Jovi. It's the old school Bon Jovi. It's what I want. I was a little kid. I was like, oh man, I've grown up on Bon Jovi. So is Balls of Fury in the docket. I wrote it down. I don't know where we're going to be on fitting things in, but I'm adding some of these comedies because we try to do that every few yeah, Squeak. So you know, when we put you through training day, we usually try to come back with something that is at least lighthearted, if not actually outright hysterical. So that's what it's for our own mental health too. And but I'm with you. Look, I don't watching something like I don't watch anything every day, but I can definitely watch this 3 or 4 times a year. The rewatchability, I loved it. I watched it again today. Just had it on. I kind of watched pieces and we're just listening to it the whole time. And as you were saying, Squeak, just none of this ever was old. And we didn't even touch on like the failed car wash. Yeah.
Oh, the car wash.
Oh my god, failed car wash. Like they got them in Speedos, guys. I mean, I don't have permission to use Squeaka because, she's trying to stay behind the camera, behind the avatar. So it's tricky, but there's part of me that wants to face swap this scene. I'm just saying.
Wait. Which one would I be though?
You wouldn't be. That's the problem I have is I don't have a spot for you, but I'm like, I can't really face swap Squeaka into scenes but this was one that were like, dear Lord, this is crazy. So yeah, let's see. We'll jump back into our timeline, kind of where we're at. We had another victory, and things are progressing pretty well. Is this? Let's see where we're at. Oh yeah, this is the murder scene. Yeah. Milton goes completely insane and wins the game for him, and this is the luck of the Irish.
Oh, this scene. I totally WTF'd my TV right here. I would throw it through the.
Look at the Irish.
I was like, what the?
But how brilliant is that to make a luck of the Irish line and then follow it up with a sign that falls on him? And I want to know, I didn't do any interviews or behind the scenes, but I'm assuming there's a story on the prop department of, okay, look, I need you to make a luck of the Irish sign. You're like, what the? Yes.
Well, I don't even know if they'd have to do that. You just find a cheap casino that has that, and you just use it.
And look how mean that leprechaun looks.
Yeah.
I am sure there is a casino out there that has something like that. So it would not be that hard to find. As many casinos as I've been in, that would not be that hard to find.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I would agree with you, but I also know Hollywood wastes money. But again, $20 million, you're probably right. They probably just went to a place and maybe they wrote the line in. Maybe they literally saw the sign and got permission to drop the sign. And yeah, but yeah, you're right. It never gets old, Squeaka. I'll be honest. It will awkwardly make you laugh every single time you watch it. It's just, you know what I mean? It's like, what? So, all right. Then you have the even. Is this the suitcase?
Oh, I was so mad at him.
Well, Michelle's in the bathroom. Shut the door. I don't know if you've ever seen, and he makes such outdated jokes. By the way, because we're old enough to get it. I wondered how old will my kids be when they get like the Fonzie joke. They don't get the Fonzie reference, right?
Of course not. Why would they? Why would they get the Fonzie reference?
because they're my kids and they've seen Happy Days, but it wouldn't be the kind of thing that would have stuck with them, I don't think. Yeah. So, and have you seen $100,000 and then they open the case and it's like this little tiny stack? It sounds stupid that makes me laugh, but it makes me laugh because I've thought things like that when I watch movies. I'm like, did they use $1 bills when they threw that case open? Especially when you watch older movies where it'll be like, $10,000. And it's like they look at the suitcase will open or whatever, and there'll be money everywhere. You're like, wow, I guess they used singles.
Rolls of quarters.
Small unmarked bills.
Let's see. Then we have just the difference. Poor Pirates. You had to get like emotion over Pirate Steve.
I did.
Oh my god! The greatest eyebrows, the unibrow.
Because I think you're the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And she kind of looks just like, what the? Yeah.
It's the unibrow. The unibrow is more off-putting than the teeth.
I agree.
It's the buns. They're the hottest part. The little hair buns.
I don't have any problem with the buns. I have a problem with that unibrow. That's rough. And she really makes just this crazy expression with them. I mean, it's not like she just has just a lot of eyebrows. She's got.
No, it looks like two caterpillars trying to run from each other on her forehead.
That or they're trying to kiss. I mean, look at them all crunched together right there.
They're trying to like touch butts.
Maybe. And then I love the fact that we're so far into the game in the finals that now Pepper wears sunglasses. He's so fried. This far into thing, he's just wearing sunglasses, man. It's completely off the chain.
Wait, I know somebody else that wears sunglasses. Well, hold up. Am I learning something?
He wears sunglasses all the time, so I'm not sure we can tell the difference. Kidding. We can't tell the difference. And I guarantee now, Squeaka, you'll never be able to hear anyone use the word Ocho and not think about the movie. Because it's ESPN, the Ocho. Checked out. There he is. Look at this.
His hair.
Oh, so good. Then they have they do the cheerleading thing. Justin comes through to win. And then they do this insane entrance. The purple cobras. We do a little bit of sound, right?
We haven't seen Average Joe's. They still haven't made it to the court.
Yeah, so good. And then of course Lance for some guilt. This is that Eve. And then we get Shatner. Oh, we got Bill. Everything's just better with little Willie Shatner.
Yes.
I don't know what I'm doing here. They paid me a lot of money to be here.
Yes, his laser eyes keep him burning out the camera. Maybe. Can't tell you. Yes. Mad tiny Irishman, always to be feared. True. Let's see. And then you just kind of get into the Chuck Norris. Yeah, let him play. Chuck Norris. Did they even say who this person is? I don't even know.
A judge, but
I don't even think she got a name.
No.
Yeah.
Angry Judge. We'll give her a name. Yeah. Angry Judge.
Yeah.
Judge Judy. There we go.
But it's all about Chuck Norris. And then just the crazy final game, which is just a blast to watch. And that's the Joni Loves Chachi gag. Yeah. Shot to the face. I think that it's one of those things too where you kind of like, I think Squeaker, where you're going along, it's the first time watching. I know for us it's kind of like, what can they do now? Like, how do you keep one-upping the gags and the humor and the game and sudden death dodgeball? Now, how
that guy in the background.
Yeah, I know. Well, the extras are fantastic. You never get enough with these extras. They're all in. They're completely insane. The only thing I wish that they had done, and because Loki, you've been to Vegas, right? So they should be betting on the game. You'd see them trading. There'd be dollars changing hands. There'd be people back there going, for next point, next. They just, because that's Vegas. It's just
everybody bets.
But they did bet on the game. Remember?
No. But you would see in the background like these people like with wads of cash changing hands.
Oh.
And yeah, they would be doing that.
You hold on to the money while we bet. Yeah.
We were doing it in high school. We were in high school betting points on. I was betting on girls basketball, man. We'd be.
Oh yeah.
This
Betting on sports and rolling dice under the bleachers.
Yeah, I didn't do dice too much, just too much chance with dice. But I'd bet on performance. Because I was such a nerd, man. I knew who was good, who was bad. I know the ins and outs, and yeah, I'd make some lunch money, man. I'd make some extra scratch.
But to answer your question about the humor, I don't feel like this movie tried to necessarily one up itself every time. It just kept giving you a different, like it would bounce between these different stories and these different humor lines, and I think it set itself up as humorous and way in the different personalities and the way they interacted with one another. It set itself up as humorous to get from the get-go. So it's like, you know, when you're hanging out with your friends and they don't necessarily keep saying something funnier and funnier. It's just like, he said something funny. He said something funny again. Yeah, it's like they just keep bringing their own personality, and they don't have to make it better and better. It just is already. So the next time they say something funny or something happens, it's more of a like a unexpected, but still not like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like, I feel like there's a lot of movies, like the action movies have to keep getting more and more action in them, and like, oh, we're gonna now have 8 car chases, and it's not like that in this movie. It's just, it's funny all the way through. There's no, all right, I gotta one up this or one up that. It's just individual little funny pieces that put together this one big story.
I think that's just the brilliance of it, because it doesn't feel unnatural. It's just so perfectly done, right? So there's only going to be, I don't know if we can get to more than 25 comedies ever been made that feel this natural, because it just feel, even if we may not even say they're better comedies or more rewatchable or whatever, but just like you said, you just feel like you're just immersed into this series of gags, and you just, like I said, this is why it's timeless to me. It just never stops getting old, because it never gets old, and it stops feeling new because there's just so many.
Definitely not.
Go ahead.
Definitely not now. We're never going to get there now. Because that's what Vince Vaughn was making a point of the other day when he was talking about this, is like with Wedding Crashers. They just let them off the leash. They were like, do whatever you want to do. And he said it was like, it was like we were high school kids with a whole bunch of alcohol and the parents were gone. Because we just did whatever the hell we wanted to do and had a fun time doing it. You don't have that ability anymore. You don't have that opportunity anymore. They're going to be looking over your shoulder constantly, watching everything you're doing, censoring everything you're trying to make funny because it might offend somebody. Because you're constantly handcuffed, blindfolded, and told to keep your mouth shut now. That's no way to make a comedy movie. Right. I mean, can you imagine having all these guys, all these funny guys that have been on all these different shows? You've got Ben Stiller, you've got Vince Vaughn, you've got Stifler, you've got all these brilliant comedians all together, and you're like, go and see what you can do.
You don't get it very often, right? We only got it with the first Ghostbusters, but then they mess it up going forward because, Ghostbusters was PG. We didn't have PG-13 at that point, because then the first one was PG. We had to make this one PG. So the second one suffers because the guys were handcuffed. They couldn't make penis jokes, and they couldn't do certain things that the characters would have done in the second movie. And then, of course, now the new movies have suffered so much because, other than watching Paul Rudd be Paul Rudd, they have nothing new to offer in Ghostbusters. And we see this with, again, we use multiple examples. I mean, you can't do anything Mel Brooks anymore. Dear Lord, that's become a complete disaster trying to do that. But yeah, this is just, like I said, lightning in a bottle for sure.
Well, and that astounds me. I mean, I understand the whole, we don't want to offend people dilemma. I understand that you don't want to be like overly offensive, but at the same time, comedy by definition is meant to be like a satire. Like, you're making fun of the things that you do wrong. Like, if we already are immature as a people, if you want to say that, and make fart jokes, then let's make a comedy about, you know what I mean? Like, it's funny because it's us laughing at the things we do silly. Like all of these tropes that are in this movie, all of these, the stereotypical guy that owns Globo, the Vince Vaughn character, the little high school dude, like all of these are such stereotypical tropes that they're laughing at. They're not sitting here presenting it as singling out a particular person saying, well, you are like this and so we're going to make fun of you, or even a type of people. It's, hey, this is what we think is silly and we're going to make fun of ourselves and we're going to portray this trope. And by definition it's comedy. They're not saying here's a documentary on dodgeball. They're not like, it's meant to make poke fun at ourselves as a humanity, as a this is what we do. And like, who doesn't deprecate all the time? That's what this movie does.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I absolutely agree with you.
Yeah, I think it's at every turn, right? It just keeps going with insanity upon insanity for that reason, right? So you get into all the little characters that go through all their little journeys, all their little changes and things like that. Everyone is going through their little things. Like this one found love, and Justin's got his little girlfriend now, and then this crazy ugly little lady now has, it's like, then we have a couple more little loose ends we got to make sure we bring up. We have to bring up Pirate Steve, right? And we have to crush White's demeanor. There's Pirate Steve. Oh, look, there's Pirate Steve.
Well, this movie also does what we do today. Like they reference older things and older movies, and and have callbacks to things. And like, to me, like the blindfold thing was a total Karate Kid callback. Sorry, I don't know if it was meant to be, but it was to me. And it's like, we do that with memes. We do that all the time here. Like, that's what made this funny.
Yeah,
it's true. That's a good point. Technically, it was a penis-less joke in Ghostbusters. That's true. That's true. Good point. I mean, it has no penis. That's what I heard. But yeah, I think this is. But look, we actually did a whole show on this, right? We're in a place in society that can't laugh at itself. So if you can't laugh at yourself, you can't make a comedy. Like, it's just that the whole point, be able to laugh at yourself. I'm actually shocked that there are still roasts, like the comedy roasts that they're done, like was Killer Tony, right? I get it right? Kill Tony, that show, the whole thing, everything Shane Gillis does. These guys are doing these roasts still and things like that. I'm just shocked that still even exists, because, and good on them for doing it, because I that's what's lost.
It's pointed at one person, so it's not.
But they don't. They roast each other to do the roast. Like if we did a roast of Loki, Ironcaster would be bagging on me first, and I'd bag on Ironcaster before we got to you. And then when you got up to speak at the end, you'd bag on everybody. So it's just like it's a night. It's just an excuse to roast on everybody and have sense of humor. And how crazy of things can you say to one another, and everyone not be offended and walk away actually stronger for it? Because if you can look that insult in the face, what worse could it be? What's your hater going to tell you when Loki, your brother, has called you out on like your most ridiculousness? Like that's the way it worked.
Right. That's the way it worked.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. We know Loki's really cross-eyed. That's why he wears the sunglasses, everybody. We should just let it go. We don't talk about it anymore.
I don't know. After this movie, I don't know.
Get a treasure, and he grabs his pizza, which is good. And then we got some cool magazine covers, which kind of give us our little outtakes, little commercial, and then the pizza gag results in just this insanity.
The kettle corn.
The fat suit. Yeah, it's just insane. He's got stuff everywhere. And it's like it literally is like they ran to the local market, because this is like generic soda. Yep. And they purposely turn things around so you can't see the labels. That's why it's the back of things. And they covered up the chicken logo right here. So all the things this is generic kettle corn, right? Because you can't use like a name brand. Fruit rings is what this says. So it's brilliant. Just brilliant. But he still has workout gloves on. If you caught that or not, Squeaka. It's the best.
Yes.
Who eats in their workout gloves?
This guy.
This
White.
guy.
His name is White. We didn't touch on him running in traffic. I'm okay. Look at Rip Torn. Look at Rip Torn.
I love robots.
Oh my God. I love robots. And Steve's got like a bandage under his patched eye. Oh,
Well, it's because
man.
those patches hurt, man. And when you wear them for too long, they rub.
Yeah, this is the famous patches line. I'm pushing the YouTube window as far as we possibly can go, so we'll see what happens. This was by design. I know what the rules are today.
Man, she got to be a lesbian. She is not a lesbian.
All I know is that dyke can play.
All right, we will see how that plays for a short, and we'll go from there. So, yeah, we'll see. We have to find out where the lines are, Loki. We don't ever know, so we'll keep pressing them.
6 to 7 seconds, I think.
Yeah, correct.
Something like that.
Well, I just thought the language would be the issue.
I
would flag it for that reason. We'll see.
Waiting for 6 to 9 seconds. That would have been cooler.
I don't know. I've said some pretty messed up stuff on live streams before.
I know. I hear stuff too, and I'm thinking to myself, where's the lines? Where are the lines? I don't think.
Not you, Loki. Not you.
Oh.
I'm just going to get. So what's going to happen is, if one of us wins the lottery, let's hire the other one. So eventually we'll get Loki so wealthy that he would hire me to do his Opus shorts, and we'll just make shorts of these clips where it's just like 30 seconds of like, there's just so many curse words. We don't care if it's ever monetized. We just want the world to just have the insanity in their face like all the time.
You can't say that. Sure you can. You just did.
Because someday someone will be dumb enough to go to his channel and hit shorts and just start playing them. So they'll just roll on his page. It won't go to other people's shorts. If you do it that way, I'll just stay on your page and keep playing shorts. And it'll be Loki overload. It'll be the best. It's the best. Let's see. Dodgeball, interesting raunchy comedy about dodgeball. Politically incorrect, but dodgeball itself is political incorrect. My school system banned it in 2016. Oh, I didn't know it was banned. I knew that most schools don't do it. I don't know that it was. I didn't know it was technically banned because my kids didn't do it. We had to play dodgeball with them.
It's too violent.
We played it with the church kids. We did it with our kids. We do it at their parties. Oh yeah, and in fact, we would do the crazier the better. The crazier things you could come up with, for sure. In my opinion, I was always trying to find that stuff we were doing. I don't think I ever found original lawn darts. They had like generic lawn darts, but the real metal ones.
Yes, I've played with those, and I'm still here.
Yeah, but my kids got hurt on a slip and slide. My kids, yeah, drink from the fire hose, drink from the the hose in the yard, and yeah. So.
Growing up, we would play dodgeball with pool balls. Not recommended.
Ooh, yeah, that's a little rough. That would actually be too dangerous. That actually that's emergency room kind of stuff. But I get it. We did stuff like that for sure.
It's a sibling thing,
Yeah, scissoring hens is part of our lexicon. Pat, use your thing, or members out there, hit your scissoring hen. It's sort of like legacy around here. So there's a little scissoring hen emoji for you members. Put it out there.
I don't even remember when I came up with that.
Huh? What's that?
I don't even remember when I came up with that. I was pissed off one day, and
we're ranting and raving about something, and it had to be like Star Wars related or something. It was just something like that close to home, and I was like, "Yep, we got to run with scissoring hens." And I found the scissoring hen was from Power Rangers, right?
Yep.
And you were like, "Holy ass!" And I'm like, "Yeah, man, freaking giant chicken with scissors, man." Emoji.
Daddy Bags is still my favorite, though. I'm sorry.
Daddy Bags is pretty freaking good because I wasn't even here, and the best thing is I'm listening to it after the fact, and I text him like, "Daddy Bags, really? I'm gone for 10 seconds, and Daddy Bags," and I was like, "Yeah, Daddy Bags."
Yeah, Daddy
It
Bags.
was so hard to think into the rest of that stream.
I haven't clipped that out. I got to clip that out. The Karate Kid Daddy Bag reference.
Karate Kid Daddy Bags.
Yeah, Daddy Bags is fantastic. Star Trek Picard? No, I don't think so. I think it was Marvel related, maybe.
I don't remember. I know I was pissed off about something.
Yep, it just came out, and I'm like, wait, hold on, scissoring hens? Like that's, and then we went to tacos. So tacos was the different, yeah. So yeah, we've been on a rabbit hole with these kinds of things. For sure. All right, so Squeaka, final thoughts on dodgeball. Hopefully, it was a nice palate cleanse after the seriousness of training day.
Oh yes, by far. I needed it. I'm glad I did watch them back to back because it took me at least an hour just to recover from training day before I could watch Dodgeball. I'm not kidding. I'm so mad at you, Loki. I don't know why. I guess because you had talked about it. The best part too was there was the King Kong line
Oh
that I
yeah.
had heard before, and I'd heard you say it. I heard you say it before, and so I was waiting the whole movie for that line, not knowing it was at the very end.
It's at the very end of the movie, and
I
it's right before he dies. Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. Because I was, and I think that's what added to it. Because I was on such high alert listening for that one line that I was in that movie. So Dodgeball definitely helped fix all that. But now
There's that. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. There's that what?
I was just gonna say real quick. There's a trailer out there for Training Day. If you look up, trailers for Training Day, that song you hear when they're going up the stairs to that dude's house they're gonna kill him in the tub.
Mm-hmm.
They'd play that song. Well, that song's in like the whole trailer. And he says that like 2 times in the trailer, King Kong ain't got shit on me. And so you think like this is like going to be a tagline for Denzel. This is going to be a thing that he says throughout the movie. And he doesn't say it to the very end of the movie. So you think this is going to be like his warrior speech where, he stands up and fights the good fight or something. And it is absolutely positively not what you think it is from the trailer.
Yeah, and well, there were several times when they'd get into like gunfights or something happened. I'm like, oh, here it comes, nothing. And I was like, oh. And then when they went after that guy with the money stash, oh, I paused. That's one of those times I was like, Loki, you didn't tell me.
I like the guy. What the
hell? Did. But sorry. So back to Dodgeball. I'm really sad that I missed Training Day, y'all.
I knew it was going to be great because she had no idea that it had a twist, right? So it's like one of these great crime movies where there's like it's not, and it doesn't set itself up to have a twist. It just seems like it's just going to be a run-of-the-mill crime story. This is what's going to happen. Things are going to happen. That's how it's going to go. Instead, there's this massive twist in it, and yeah, totally would have died to see Squeaky like, what in the name of holy crap? Yep.
But Dodgeball is one of those ones I want to watch over and over again so I can memorize the lines because I totally want to use some of these lines.
Oh, some of the stuff is just obviously this is the most common thing is obviously you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. It's the most common thing. People know in the 5 Ds, dodge, dive, dip, duck, and dodge. Yeah. So
one of my favorites is "Don't make me think. I just want to be entertained." I wrote that one down.
Yeah, there are so many the whole right you are Cotton, let's see how this works out for him, just all those kinds of lines from him. Pepper gets a lot more quoted and memed than some of the main characters do for sure. So
I don't think I'm a lot dumber than you think that I thought that I was once.
Right.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that one. Yes. I had to rewatch that one. It lost me for a second. I was like, excuse me, are you okay? Did you have something before you said that line? Was this a outtake or blooper? But I do. I love this movie. Like, L is for love, y'all. L is for love.
No one makes me bleed my own blood. Right? That's actually used quite a lot.
Ouchtown population, you bro.
Mm-hmm. That's a bold move, Cotton. Yeah, that's a big one. So yeah, so those are this movie is extremely, and this is what's going to make it fun because you're just going to find more quotes, new lines, just crazy insanity, just never stops. And I love you, bro. Yeah, thank you, Chuck Norris. Right, that would be one I would think of.
No, thank you, Peter.
Thank you, Peter. Yeah. We actually have. I think I threw up in my mouth a little bit is pretty much in our regular dialogue, our lexicon. So that's Mrs. Popside Dead. That's one we use quite a bit, right? And I will definitely say, without saying the first part, which is even better because I know Mama knows the first part, I will always say things like, usually pay double for that kind of action. She knows what I'm saying, but the menage a trois of pain with all of its implications thereof. Yeah, so usually whenever I say that, so. F&A, Cotton. F&A.
See, sayings like that, like I threw up a little, like the sayings like those, like I've actually said these sayings for years because my friends would say them. I never knew they were from a movie. I thought they were just like trending sayings, like like people. I also say, "OMG, Becky, look at that," whatever. Like I just
It is like so big.
Like whatever. So but I never knew it was from this movie. And I'm like, oh, I feel like I missed something.
That's great. Squeaka, have you seen Super Troopers?
No.
Oh my.
Maybe. What is that? I mean, is it about police officers?
Well,
yeah, but it's like a crazy comedy.
The name sounds familiar, but I don't think so.
All right.
You come on and watch it right meow. Right. Go down and watch it right meow.
What's the one with the snozberries taste like snozberries?
That's Willy Wonka.
But that's also Starship Troopers. They do say that in Starship Troopers.
Oh, okay. I thought there was one.
They do the meow thing.
There's one movie where a guy's looking a window.
Yes, that's Starship Troopers, or not Starship
Troopers.
That's
Super Troopers.
Super Troopers.
Okay, that's the only part I've seen of this movie then.
The snozberries taste like snozberries.
That's it. I've seen the part of him looking the window.
Here's another piece.
But our shenanigans are cheeky and fun.
Yeah, I mean, his shenanigans are cruel and tragic.
Which makes them not shenanigans at all, really. Evil shenanigans.
I swear to God.
And he'll pistol whip the next person that says shenanigans, and then a guy goes, "Hey, dude, what do you call that place we went to on Thursday?"
Hey, Barbara, what do you call that place you go to? What, shenanigans?
Ooh, it's
that sounds awesome. Oh my god.
So thank you for that suggestion. We'll put that again. So this is how we do this kind of roll. There's things on the list and kind of pieces.
Littering and
I still have to watch the other one. Pump up the volume. Pump it up.
Oh yeah, we'll work our way to that. Yeah, that's more of a dramatic piece than it is.
So I know my part in this role because that's what Loki said. I'm that chick.
Oh my,
she's the eat me beat me lady.
Oh my, all right.
I'm too scared to say that because it might get clipped.
All right, well that's great. I'm glad we were able to expose you to something that brings you joy and happiness. So, and look, you've said all the things I said about it too. Like this is that category 10 on rewatchability. It can be watched multiple times a year, pretty much at any time. Just like put that back in, watch that again. We just watched it 2 months ago. Okay, put it in, watch it again. It's just it doesn't have. Oh, I don't quite feel like it's whatever. You can just on. And now that you've seen it, you don't have to like pay like strict attention to certain pieces, but you're going to get glued to other pieces where you're just going to laugh your butt off, and it makes it brilliant. So,
well, I feel like I can get more of the humor on the second watch because I'm not as surprised by some of the turns. So I think it's going to be even funnier.
That's true. That is true. What else is going on, Squeaky? You got anything else coming on? You going to be on any other shows or anything like that?
Not that I'm aware of yet. I'm fixing to go to the movies actually and watch The Cat Returns, which is a Ghibli film, because they're bringing them back to theaters. And then tomorrow I'm going to watch The Wind Rises, which is another one that's coming back to the theaters. So I'm excited about that. I haven't actually seen The Cat Returns, so it's really going to be really cool.
Awesome.
But other than that, not that I'm aware of yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna probably not do anything this weekend. I know that snow's back because I'm going out of town to celebrate my birthdays. But maybe
happy
next
birthday.
Week.
Birthday. What day is the birthday?
It's not for a little bit. We're just the Labor Day weekend's the best time. It's actually not this Friday, next Friday, 9/6.
All right.
Thank you.
Squeaka birthday. Got it.
Be 188 years old. Go me.
All right.
I don't believe that for 1 second.
Yeah. Loki, my friend, always rocking and rolling. You have such a massively busy schedule. You can sum it all up for folks.
I'm over on that game place. We'll be doing YouTube talk tomorrow for oh man, what was it? I'm sorry. I had a name I was going to use. What was I going to use? The lives we affect and the ones that affect us. So that'll be YouTube talk tomorrow, which will be different than lives we affect and the lives that affect us. Talking about content creators or working with people getting to meet people, sharing your experiences with people, stuff like that. The good stuff that comes out of YouTube instead of the cesspool bullshit that you have to deal with. So it'll be a good, positive YouTube talk tomorrow.
All right. By the way, we should talk. We should talk behind the stage about getting Ironcaster to Florida when you'll be in Florida. Maybe you and I, maybe we, the three between us, we can figure that out, and then maybe, just maybe, we could convince this lady also, just for a quick little jaunt. For who knows? Who knows? Wouldn't that be something?
That reminded me. I wanted to say thanks. I love the positively positive that you do with Orville. I'm horrible at commenting. I watch everything after the fact, and I tell myself I'm going to comment, and then I never do. But I'm trying to keep up with everything as it plays because I go back to work and I can't watch it. But I love that. I love that one. So I'm excited for tomorrow too because I know that y'all have had a really huge impact on me. And y'all are seasoned streamers. Like Loki, you've been there for me a few times and more than I can probably count. And I've become a better person knowing y'all, and y'all have got me through some tough times. So I'm sorry. I didn't mean to overwrite your thing. I love the positive, and I forgot to say that the other day, but thank you so much for doing that. It's such an awesome show.
Thank you. And you didn't overwrite anything. Thank you for saying that. We love when we get to hear something like that. You guys have just as much of an effect on us as we do you. So thank you, Squeaker, very much. When me and PJ have been trying to put that together for like 2 years, and we finally got an idea what we wanted to do and how we wanted to do it. And then he was just like, well, we need a name. I was like, how about Positively Positive? Because how the hell do you just come up with that? I said, well, I just did. I don't know. Positively Positive. It works.
And the little lemons, like I love it. It makes me smile.
That is all Chris Persia. The lemon thing, that was all Chris.
Mr. Persia is so amazing. But I mean, I've loved him since I still have my little Mothra. He made this little Mothra with a little mouse on it, like last Christmas. Oh, it's my favorite. I have it printed out and up on my wall. But yeah, Persia's awesome. Mr. Persia's amazing. But thank you so much for doing that show. It is really awesome. I mean, all your shows are cool, but I love that one.
Well, I'm glad you said that, Squeaker, because I think he needs to hear, and we all need to do things that put positive stuff in the other side of the scale. Like, it's easy to rage. It's easy to be in a world where that's all people hear is negativity and complaints and whatever. And some of that stuff is good for business. Like, people want to see that and whatever. But at the same time, it's not healthy for the soul. It's not going to help anybody. It's just tribal nonsense. So I think it's good stuff. So. But no, I appreciate you guys doing this, coming and hanging out, doing something positive too. Like dodgeball is that. It's like a spirit lifter, man. Good. It's healthy to laugh. It's healthy to have a smile. This is one of those. And speaking of smiles, I want to have some fun. Loki is going to be my guest on my Sunday show. So What's Your Story is a little off this week. It's not really a What's Your Story, is it? It's us. I don't know. We're just going to get real with you guys about this AI thing that's going on. You've heard us kind of bite around the edges a little bit. I know we did a little positive that went negatively negative for a while, but we feel like some folks need to at least be the voice in the forest to let everybody know kind of where we really are and what's going to go on and our opinions and thoughts. So that's coming up on Sunday. So in addition to, I don't know, my Star Trek rewatch this week. Oh, look, you're going to believe this. This is Con Week. That's right. Space Seed is this week. So it's the GOAT episode, man. It's my favorite among favorites. So yeah, I've had a crazy week, and I'm always trying to do more fun stuff. And next week is like a double fun. We get to have fun again. Squeaka, Back to School. Surely you've seen Rodney Dangerfield in Back to School.
Can I lie? Can I lie?
No, it's okay. Don't lie.
Oh no, I haven't.
That's even better news. That's better news to my spirit that you have not seen Back to School.
On another note, you saying positive. I needed this today. It was a rough weekend, and it's been a rough week already. And so I just want to tell you guys thanks. Thanks for letting me be here still. Thanks for having me on. And thanks for these funny movies because, man, y'all are amazing people. So y'all can think about that on Sunday when you're talking about how cool y'all are.
Well, we needed you here. We needed you here to laugh and to talk about how funny this was. And we need you as much as you need us.
Yeah,
you needed me here last week to get mad at you for training day. I'm still mad at you. Look.
I've said it before. I'd say it again. Squeaker, you probably hadn't heard me say it. This means the world to me. Like if it wasn't for the Tuesday thing, the Tuesday thing saved my channel because it's like the anchor that I can build everything around. It's like the thing that I know is going to happen or I can work from. There's no pressure. Loki and Ironcaster, we've bonded enough, and I think you're going to be a great part of this family to just know, like, we're just going to just hang out and talk about something. And if we blew it all off and said, you know what, we're just going to do dodgeball next week, you know what, that's just how it's going to go. Just because this is the essence of why I do this, is to just have fun, talk about positive things or negative things, but doing it in an honest way. That's what Talk Hard, pretty much the essence of Talk Hard is, just being honest about this, brutally honest about something, whatever it is, putting your voice out there, doing that. It's such a great element that is lost, a lost art. I'm fearful, a lost art for a generation of people and kids, and need to be encouraged to do more of that. And I'm with Loki. I need this. I need you as much as you would say you need us, or in all of this, because it's sometimes there are some weeks where all I do is just go, how many days I'll Talk Hard again? And there's a lot of stuff that's kind of fallen to the wayside just because I just don't feel as energetic about doing certain topics and things anymore. It's just like, you know what, Talk Hard's Talk Hard. I literally am excited about what else can we put in 2025? Like, what else can we talk about? Because it is fun to do this every week. It's just a blast. So
if you want a fun mental image, so here's how it went down at the end of training day, Loki. I'm sitting there watching, and I'm waiting for this line, and he finally says it. I like jumped up off the couch. I was like, threw the remote down, and I was like, King Kong ain't got nothing. I was like, there it is, Loki. F you at the end of the movie.
Yep.
I'm like, I picked up my phone. I was about to DM you right there. I was like, oh, Loki. I was like, no, it's okay.
They got me with that in the trailer. That's because you expect it. You expect him. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
I did the whole foot stomp, and I was in it.
That's funny.
So there's a little mental image for you, because I was like, oh, Loki.
I can't wait for the mental images of when we watch something bad. And what the Squeaka images will be like whenever it's like, what has Ironcaster got us into this week? Like, it's just one of those, like, you know, what am I watching? So yeah, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. All right, folks. One last thing. I just thought it was fun. We don't do it. It's just me. Forget it. I'm not blaming anyone else. Just me. It is fun to see how far. So this was us as described by AI. So this was the Talk Hard thing. So Squeaka was just a mouse in this one. She didn't really become the fairy mouse. And for some reason, Loki looks a lot like Orlando Bloom. I don't.
Oh,
I am that pale in real life, though.
I'm Bobby. I thought I was the dude with the horns.
No, I think this is supposed to be Ironcaster. I think that's supposed to be
Wow.
Ironcaster. Yeah, I think this is still the Viking. I think that's still Loki. That's what I think.
Oh wow, I would have flipped him.
And this was the other one where I don't know. There's an actor that I kind of look like. What's the guy that's in Game of Thrones? I kind of feel like that's what they gave me. And I feel like I'm wearing some sort of weird Doctor Strange outfit for some reason. That was weird. I don't understand where that came from. That's not in the thing at all. I had to put the Ironcaster thing in on this one because it kept dropping the Ironcaster instructions. It doesn't know what to do with Ironcaster. Like I have to kind of manufacture. But once I got that one, that's my favorite image of him because it's got like an Ultraman face Ironcaster. So yeah. So all right. Was it Dan Vask? It does have a little bit of a Dan Vask look to it, doesn't it? Yeah, a little bit. So but folks, listen, have a good week. Guys, thanks for hanging out. Squeaka, thanks for laughing along and playing along with us, man. It's very good.
Oh, thanks for having me. And I'm not super mad at you, Loki. Just a little. But it's a good mad. It's a good mad.
Well, folks, you guys be blessed. Talk hard. Till next time. I am Pops.
Thank you for